So the truth on me is I am, I guess, an entity of walking karma. See, it started when I was a little girl. One time, there was this boy that was across the street, and we were playing in his house, and he showed me his rabbit. He had one rabbit, by the way. That's important for later. And a few days later, he comes banging on my door. As a little kid, I was probably like between the ages of 6 and 9. Remember that. And he was like probably between the ages of 12 and 14. He comes crying, screaming at me, yelling at me, telling my mom that I killed his rabbit. I did no such thing, but the way he yelled at me, I'm not gonna lie, as a child, I was like, I kinda wish I did do it, bitch. Kinda wish I did do it. But that's beside the point. After that, a few days after that, he's carted away in an ambulance after being bit by a spider. I think it was either a white spider or a brown spider. Not sure, but it was a spider. I don't think I ever seen that kid again after that. I truly don't remember seeing him again. By the way, if you have rabbits, you have to have two, because if you don't have two after they reach their first mating season, they might unalive or pass away because of that. I seen my narcissistic ex yell at me, scream, "That's my woman!" And I break up with him, and then 4 days later he was in jail. Get this, hold on. The karma continues. After he goes into jail, he gets through a bunch of court cases. Something happens with his court. Things get pushed back. Prosecutors fire. New prosecutors added on. He's getting the best luck of life, but it is extended out at the time. He's probably in there for about 6 months. So I'm sitting there praying for him because I got that special connection with God. And I just be like, I'm going to pray for you because, that's always worked in my opinion. This Negro thought all bets is off. He's done. It's a pew-pew case. He got caught with the pew-pew. He's about to be doing some time. That's what he thought. So, October 31st, he go to his last final court date. They drop the case. And I had told him to keep his lawyer, the lawyer he was complaining about, bitching about, and saying that was incompetent. I was like, I don't know. I just felt like you should keep her. God is telling me to tell you to keep her. Well, the white prosecutor had a fire under her butt and wanted to demean the black lawyer, female lawyer he had, and she remembered her degree and all of her information, and she got him off the case because that white lady tried her. And I was like, I knew there was a reason to keep her on here. Then, while he was being processed out, I told him, hey, don't worry about if you don't get out right away. There might be some issue with the paperwork. He was like, don't worry about it. You ain't do nothing for me. He started cursing me out. He did exactly what I expected him to do. I was like, damn, God. I was like, you told me this was going to happen, but I didn't think he was just going to do a flip script and go back to exactly the way. What happened to the sweet words you had for me? Sweetie? Damn. So he curses me out, tells me don't talk to him, and I'm like, all right. He even accuses me of wanting to sleep with the cellmate he had, all because I sent him a message saying, hey, just, he don't want me to speak to him, so let him know I was in a car accident. He got mad at that. He got mad at any goddamn thing. You tell me not to speak to you, and I don't speak to you. I send it to a third party to give you the message like, hey, well, you told me not to speak to you, so what did you expect? I think that's the autistic part of me. Sorry. So yeah, he accused me of wanting to sleep with the man he told me don't wash his ass. I'm like, sir, how desperate did you think I was? I sent him $10 to send you a message that I got in a car accident, sir. So then after that, he told me not to call him anymore. So it was surprise, I get a call from the jail, even though I'm thinking he's already out. And he calls me. He's like, I've tried to get everybody to call the jail, but nobody's getting through to it. But you think you could call the jail and see why they're not releasing me? I was like, damn, God made you bend the fucking knee, didn't he? Damn, that must hurt. I didn't even say anything. I called the jail. It took me 5 minutes to find out. He had, what was it called? 2 probationary holds. They released one, but there was 2 of them on there. And I had warned him that there might be something regarding probation that held him back. And he was like, just dismissing me. And I was like, you're the first person that came out to be a psychic. And you treated me like a fucking crazy person. And Whole time I'm trying to give you the information you really need, and you're finding out the hard way, and God making you bend the fucking knee. I'm like, all right, God, let him bend the knee because whatever. So yeah, I found out he had 2 probational holds on him, and that's why. So I just told him, hey, don't snap off on them. Just call them, say, hey, can you drop this hold for me, please? You have 2 in place. Then after that, he got out of jail, and I ain't really hear from him after that because I was like, well, I guess it's back to his narcissistic ways, two-faced ass ways. Okay. So then he calls me and he says, "Oh, you be wishing bad karma on me and all this." I was like, "No, I don't. I told you I was walking karma. I tried to warn you, stupid." And you sit here and you have come out of your own mouth and say, "I wish bad karma on you." And the only thing I had to say is, "I really don't think that's a good idea, sir." You want to know why it wasn't a good idea? Because not even 2 fucking days. See, the thing is, this man and his son have the same exact name to the T, right? They have the same exact name. So he was checking on a court case for his son and found out that they had reopened his case and the date was 12/12. I was like, that's hilarious. But I had to be like empathetic, like, no, I'm not feeling any kind of way about this, sir. But inside my ass, I was laughing my ass off on you. I am very good at emotional intelligence. I could be laughing in my head like this. All while I'm being like, oh no, I don't feel any joy from hearing that. I felt so much joy from hearing that because God made you bend the knee again, bitch. And let's not forget little Miss Server who popped my tires and then got caught on camera. I was like, that's God, bitch. And the time my narcissistic ex started cursing me out and yelling at me when I was sitting in his house waiting for his power to be restored, a recurring occasion, really. I wasn't going to pay his bill. Bitch, you don't pay my bill. What the fuck would I pay yours? I'll pay that small essential plan, no. But yeah, he's yelling at me, cursing me out, because all I said was, well, it's electronic. It might just take some time. You just got to wait for it. And he was like, yo, you know what? Get the fuck out of my house. He loved kicking me out the house, which is very feminine of him, very feminist of him. So I was just like, all right, you being a bitch. Okay, I'll leave. But before I touched that door, boom, the fucking lights go on. I was like, ah, that's irony for you. That's irony for you. That man was pissed. I was like, that's God too, bitch. God really gave you so many chances. I was like, it's best I leave before God take him out. Oh, and little Miss Fiance. I like you, girl. You cool beans, but most people don't read Geminis well. But guess what? I'm a Gemini. I've read you like a book you was. But also, I knew you was going to tell him about the 8-hour call. I was just going to wait for it. For his enragement, his anger, and all that. Y'all, I basically played all like pawns. I mean, especially when y'all stalked my page on Facebook. Remember that post with the text message? All made up, all false. I just knew he had about 6 bitches, so I was like, let's show them a fight between bitches. Truthfully, my friend back in the day gave me the idea on a one piece played a trick on me, and I was like, I got a better idea. Let's post this. Let's let these bitches draw running insane. And yeah, little server girl, I seen you grab his hand. That's why I said babe in front of you and embarrassed the fuck out of y'all and made people question and wonder about y'all because I'm a tattletale. Oh, by the way, when you paid the $100 for me to replace my tires, the tires were $40 each and the Uber ride was less than 20. I had some change. But I'm not gonna lie, when you drove up and pulled behind my car, you looked very brash. Hey, you even made sure it was the right car before you popped it. Good on you, bitch. Good on you for making sure you don't get arrested by a fucking person that's anonymous. But I would have sued you too, had you not paid that fucking money, because I told him I'll sue you, bitch. I was right there above the room. I felt so bad for you that I heard the, are you having a moment and all that shit when he was on the phone with you. And girl, you might not like me, but I like revenge. Even if I do it on a fucking, on the handles of my enemies. I don't know. Remember, God loves you and I love you too. But not in a weird way. There's going to be a part 2.